What's up guys, RGT85 here, and yes, it is that special time of the month where we get new NES games for the Nintendo Switch's online service. You saw the stupid thumbnail, and of course I love talking about these games because I like playing retro games, so I'm always excited when the new library of games comes out. And admittedly, the past few months have been pretty solid for the Switch's online service when it comes to NES games, but now we have this month, and it's just like, wow, like, come on, dude, you could have done better, especially the month before E3 2019. Let's take a look at the games we got last month. Last month, we got Kid Icarus Special Edition, of course, Kid Icarus, a game that I'm not really super into, but I know there are a lot of people out there that enjoy it. You have Punch-Out, which is one of the finest NES games of all time. You have Star Soldier, which is a super underrated NES classic that not a lot of people know about, a real hidden gem on the system. And you have Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels. Like, all of these games pretty much speak for themselves. And then let's look at what we got this month. We got Clu Land, which I don't think I've ever played this game before. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to be the Solomon's Key for the episode, the game that I insult that evidently a lot of people out there love, because I've never played Clu Land, and it's kind of weird that I've never played an NES game before, so I feel like there's a reason I haven't played this game. We have Donkey Kong Jr., who hasn't been seen in action, as far as I know, since this game, so I guess Nintendo killed him off. They did not like that character. RIP to Donkey Kong Jr., I miss you, buddy. I wish you would come back. We have a special edition of Star Soldier, and then we have the crown jewel, as you would say, of this collection with Versus Excitebike, which was a Famicom Disk System exclusive game. Obviously the best game available out of these four, but it's just like, looking at the quality between the 2 months, it's like night and day. But you know, maybe I will be a fan of Clu Land. Maybe this is a real hidden gem on the NES, so let's hop into Clu Land. Now, this obviously was a black box title, a high score driven sort of game, and yeah, you know, maybe it'll be okay. So we have our little board here, kind of looks a bit like a sort of ghetto Pac-Man, and we have our little Clu, and you use your hook to go around the thing, I'm guessing. You can hold it and go around in circles like a stripper on a stripper pole. And yeah, I don't really know what the hell's going on right now. I mean, the music's okay, but stop it. Like, I don't like this hook mechanism. The control, because of the hook mechanism, it feels like you don't really have great control over I'm assuming this character's name is Clu. There's a pineapple. There's fruit. So it is sort of like a ghetto Pac-Man, the stripper Pac-Man. You would always think that maybe Miss Pac-Man would end up being the stripper, but no, it's obviously Clu from Clu Land. You can shoot, I guess, a little homing thing to affect the other people. There's, for some reason, a barrier on there. Now, I don't know what the hell's going on with this. I probably should look at the instruction books. Hey, we got some points there. I'm assuming it's like a reverse Pac-Man, though, where you're supposed to have all like coins around here, but it just doesn't control well because of the little hook thing. Like, I don't think I could ever really adjust to the hook thing. Oh, we hit the barrier, so now we're going back and forth. Like, I don't like the hook mechanism at all. Like, it doesn't feel like I ever really have control of what the hell is going on. And maybe I could get used to it, but it's just like, there are better NES games out there, so I don't know why I would spend my time. I ran out of time. So, yeah, that was Clu Land. Game sucks. The game, you know what, I would rather play Solomon's Key than Clu Land. I will never play Clu Land again, and I never want to see it again. So if you're a Clu Land fan, I am sorry. I still love you. You should still love me. It's just my opinion. But moving right along, we have the deceased Donkey Kong Jr. Obviously, he, you know, I guess maybe he got to the top of the Empire State Building and they shot him down or something like that, because we never saw Donkey Kong Jr. again. Like, what has he been doing? Now, this obviously is another arcade game. It is interesting, though, because as you can see at the top, Mario is the bad guy. Mario, or Jumpman as he was known during this time frame, has captured our father, Donkey Kong, and we must go save him now. It's like a, sort of like a Ringling Brothers thing, you know? He's got our dad locked in a cage. Despite all his rage, he is still just an ape in a cage. Now, I don't hate this game. Like, I've played this game before. It's kind of fun, but you know, once again, it's just another high score arcade game. It's a variant of Donkey Kong. And admittedly, it's a good variant of Donkey Kong, but it's like we've played these types of games before. Like, do we really need more of this style of game, or shouldn't we have, I don't know, a better variety of stuff? I'm not gonna, oh, I did make that jump. That was kind of impressive. Now I'm impressed with myself. You know what? I'm coming for you, Billy Mitchell. I'm gonna be the Donkey Kong Jr. guy. I need to hook up some MAME and do a little bit of cheating. What the hell am I supposed to do here? I guess I'm supposed to make this jump, but these birds are dropping eggs and it's intimidating me. Oh, that was too far of a jump for our huge ape friend. He can't survive that. So yeah, this was Donkey Kong Jr. You know, a good game, but just, I don't know. It's whatever. Now I am interested in what the special edition is Star Soldier is. Certain victory on stage 8. Begin on age 8 of 16 with the ability to shoot in 5 directions in a defensive shield. You'll okay, so it's basically just a level skip. So we'll check it out. Like I said, this is a game that if you're a shmup fan, you really should play it. Like, there weren't many vertical shmups on the NES, like, just because the system wasn't quite, oh, that went frickin' amazing. You know, there's not many, oh, now I don't have any of my cool stuff. So why would I do this? Like, you're pigeonholing me. There wasn't many, you know, shmups on the NES, so this, especially vertical ones. So this is a game that I feel, you know, if you're a shmup fan, you should definitely play it. Like, it is a super fun game. It is definitely very well done. The Star Soldier series is honestly a series that I miss. There was Star Soldier on the N64. You had Star Soldier on WiiWare as well. Just a really good series, like something that I feel everyone should play if they're a fan of shmups. But the special edition, I mean, it's just a level skip where you're beefed up and then you die once and then you lost all your stuff. So then you're screwed pretty much. But let's check out the crown jewel, like I said, of the selections this month, and that is Versus Excitebike. Now, like I said, this only released on the Famicom Disk System in Japan. So the only way to play it was if you had a Famicom Disk System. The Famicom Disk System was actually really cool. So you can see that you have a bunch of different options here. You have original Excitebike, you have Versus Excitebike, where you could play multiplayer, which actually will be very cool to play with people online, because of course you can play NES games online via this service. And then you have Versus Edit. So let's just, you know, check out a little Versus Excitebike here, because, you know, this definitely was a bit of a you know, advancement of the series. It's almost like a sequel, but I don't think they ever gave it, you know, credit as a sequel. They just sort of said it was its own little thing. But as you can see here, you can play it in multiplayer, one person on the top, one person on the bottom. And, you know, it is cool. Like, it is a nice thing to have on here, because the NES, you know, has a lot of multiplayer games, you know, like Double Dragon 2. You know, that would be a great game for this, but we don't have Double Dragon 2. Instead, we have Clu Clu Land. Like, that's what pisses me off about this online service. And, you know, we've talked about the online service pretty much in depth. I actually did a video about a week or so ago talking about the Nintendo Switch's online service, what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be changed if they want to take this, you know, service seriously. And I think it really starts with the classic library of games. You are Nintendo. You have this huge classic library of games. There are so many games to choose from when we're talking NES or when we're talking anything, but you choose games like Clu Clu Land and Donkey Kong Jr. Like, people want the classics on here. People want to see the Super Nintendo on here. And, you know, maybe we'll get more stuff when it comes to, of course, E3. E3 is right around the corner. It seems like Nintendo is trying to do something with their online service, but it needs to happen quicker. So as you can see here, playing a little classic Excitebike. There are differences, though, between, you know, the standard Excitebike and the Versus Excitebike. So I think this is a good addition. I'm not gonna lie. You know, this is probably, no, it definitely is the best game on here. You have a lot of options. You have the ability to play online with people. So a solid addition, but just overall, this month sucked in my opinion. Like, it was just so lacking. You could have done better. You should have done better, because you're going into E3, and, you know, maybe Nintendo will stealth drop some stuff at E3 for the online service. Maybe they'll include, you know, Super Nintendo games just completely out of the blue. But but just admittedly, just a very weak month, I feel, and it's a shame. But these are, I should say, the NES games for the Nintendo Switch's online service for the month of May. Definitely a bit of a disappointment. Let me know in the comments section down below if you are disappointed with this month, or maybe you're a huge fan of Clue Clue Land and you're very angry at me right now. I sincerely apologize. You know, Clue Clue Land isn't a bad game, but just not a game for me. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you tune in next month where we will take a look at the new NES games. Once again, we do this every month on the channel. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.